Hathor came to me in 1996 when I was in the middle of my first Reiki initiation. My body was convulsing. I kept trying to say her name. Lights in the room were flickering. She came and hit me in her. It looked like this light was coming out of 10 o'clock in the sky. Hit me in my third eye. Sit up on the table. I can say her name. I draw her symbol. She's been with me ever since. She says she's been with me always. I had a painting done of her by a woman who channels Leonardo da Vinci, and I'd never seen a more gorgeous painting. She had violet eyes. I was going to say it's in my home. It's in storage. It's in a box in storage. And the ears went in like cat ears, and she had like a smile like a feline. And I said to her, why? And she said, because we are feline. We come from Lyra. And Lyra is a star. And you know how like the lion is the king of the jungle? Even though he's not the biggest animal, he's the king of the jungle. And you know how Egyptians like praise the cats? That's all because of the influence of Lyra. Lyra was the star that seeded what is known as the human race, millions and millions of years ago here on planet Earth. And all that's written down in books. And if you want more information on that, I'm happy to give it to you. Is there anything else? She goes, no, just get out of the way. Let me come through. Hathor, I refer to Hathor as chop chop motherfucker. Like she is just like, this is the way that it is. Isis is a lot more playful. Not that Hathor is not playful. She has her way of like poking the bear, but she's definitely like the business of spirituality. So without further ado, I will bring her forth. Okay. Greetings, beloveds. Beloveds, we are delighted to be with you. We are delighted to have you in our presence. Once again, understand that we have a relationship with each of you that spans millennia, if you will. You know me as I know you, and this is a time of awakening. You have been hand-selected to come forth, some from a shorter distance than others. Understand that it is time, beloveds, for you to allow yourselves to remember what has laid dormant within you, what has been on a back burner, shall we say, of wisdom and understanding and knowledge, for the influence that you have, the energetic sphere that you are, has a much vaster and broader scope than you have allowed yourselves to recognize. When it comes to the understanding of what it was that was taught at the temples, and you have all been priestesses at the temples, there is a sisterhood within you. There were many who gathered. You were trained in many of the magical arts of what is considered manifestation. And understand that there is indeed a realm where everything exists. When you call upon this realm and say, I wish to have a relationship with a beloved, I wish to have money drop from the sky, I wish to know what my future is, I wish to know how it is that I am meant to influence, understand the answers to all of these questions already exist for every problem. And listen well, beloved ones, every problem is created by its solution. Literally looking for a field in which to manifest. It would be as if you had planted an entire plant or a tree or a flower in a teeny tiny little seed into the soil and allow it to burgeon and come forth. Think of the mighty tree that exists within a walnut. Think of the extraordinary being that you are that is in this tiny little egg, tiny little sperm that meet up and say, we think we like each other, let us birth. goddess. Let us bring forth goddess. Mm. Mm. So you will write within your pretty little books what it is that I desire, what it is that I desire. Understand that that desire, beloved, comes from the soul. So we would ask you now to take your pens and your well-decorated journals and ask, what is it that I desire? What is indeed my soul's mission? What is indeed my soul's purpose? How am I meant to sing the music note that I am in the universe? How am I meant to have an influence upon humanity? How am I meant to remember why I am here? Why would I have chosen to incarnate on this beloved rock, circling around a star? Do you allow yourself to remember that this rock is actually a living being, beloved Gaia? Do you allow yourselves to understand the love that Father Son has for each of us, that he casts his light upon us, for we would not exist if it were not for him. Everything is in an extraordinary symbiotic relationship. Take a breath, all of you. Breathe in deeply. And as you exhale and you come to consciousness, pause for a moment, beloveds, and say, what is it that I desire? Understand that everything that exists within your world has come through your desire. So now we ask you, beloved ones, what is it that I desire? Let your list be some 18 items long. What is it that I desire? Understand that the seeds of these desires were planted in you before you chose to incarnate here. I desire to help people recognize their truth. I desire to raise my children well. I desire to have most delicious ice cream. I desire to have 3 orgasms a day. I desire to sing at the top of my lungs. I desire to swim in the ocean. I desire to eat food and never get fat. I desire to leave a legacy. I want a building in my name. I desire to speak from stages. I desire to Beyond the Mind Valley app teaching. I desire to have all the golden coins in the universe so that I do not ever need to have another care. I desire to play piano. I desire to fly a plane. I desire to fly a kite. I desire to go to Aruba. I desire to fly to Mars. What are your desires, beloveds? I desire to penetrate the depths of my soul and to remember who I am. What is it that you desire? Let this flow freely. Let it be love. If you could have more fun than you have ever had, my desire is to have more fun than I have ever had. Who would you desire to have that fun with? Where would you desire to have that fun? Do you want to take a cruise to Alaska? Do you want to go and discover pyramids in the lands of South America? Do you want to be stung by a tsetse fly? Do you want to experience what it is to have cancer? Do you want to find the cure? Do you wish to travel to the jungles of deepest, darkest Africa and remember yourself as a tribesman? Do you desire to wear very expensive perfume and shoes and jewelry and lingerie? Do you desire to walk down the street naked? Do you desire to fall in love with the man or the woman of your choice? Do you desire to be swept off your feet? Do you desire to create a dating app for spiritual beings who are not necessarily merely looking for the grinding of flesh, but rather a way for spiritual communities to come together? Do you desire to forgive everything that you have never been able to forgive? Do you desire to be forgiven for everything that you continue to punish yourself for? What is it, beloveds, that you desire? Or desire is what keeps this device of the human body in motion. What is it that you desire? When you have your 18 items completed, you may release your pen. I desire to own a kangaroo, as if one could. I desire to go to Australia and live with the kangaroos. I desire to pet a koala. I desire to discover something that has never been seen before. I desire to sail around the ocean. I desire to fly around the world. I desire to go to Prague. I desire to learn to speak Italian. I desire to go to Italy and eat Italian sausage, whether it is attached to a male's body or not. I desire to be the queen. What would you be the queen of, beloved one? What are your desires? What have you always wanted to do when you were young? Did you want to paint? Did you want to build? Did you want to perform? Do you desire to learn to channel and bring life force through this communication vessel that you call your body? By the way, it does not belong to you. You are leasing it. How is that going for you? Do you desire to remember that you are an angel? Beloveds, here's the secret and the key of all manifestation. Everything that you desire already exists. If you have thought of it, it exists within the quantum realm. For how could it not? You are creator goddesses using the mind of divinity. And you say, yes, but I seem so far away from my 1,000,000 gold coins. I seem so far away from living in the home of my dreams. I seem so far away from the beloved of my heart. I seem so far away from manifestation of what it is that I truly wish. Please raise your hands if you have completed your lists. Brilliant. Now you sit and you ponder and you say, how is it that I can make this happen? How many of you think that? How can I make this happen? Have you ever thought that?
do I deserve to have those things?
Here come the issues of self-worth. Beloveds, in order for you to allow yourself to have, you must indeed allow yourselves to feel worthy. If you consider yourself to be the scurrilous sort, if you consider yourself to be less than worthy of having everything that is your heart's desire, there is something that will happen. As you are driving down the road of manifestation, suddenly you will swerve to the right into the land of the undeserving. And everything that is waiting for you at the end of the road is waving to you, saying, no, no, come this way. And you are saying, I cannot, I must go this way, into the land, into the desert of the undeserving. Yet there is this oasis with everything that you have desired that is waiting for you. You say, I cannot help it. The car seems to be on auto drive. I cannot help myself. Here's what we would like to recommend, beloveds. You take your foot off of the gas that fuels the self-concept that I am not worthy and I am not deserving. Beloveds, you have the tools to allow yourself to say, here is the self-concept. I do not believe that I am worthy of having what it is that I desire. Now, do you think that source would have manifested a world in which you can have desires, but you cannot have what it is that you desire? That is the logical answer. But beloved, in your heart, there is some aspect of you that does believe that. But somehow you are punishing yourself or being punished for what it is that you have not yet been able to forgive yourself for. Yeshua gave you homework. How many of you did the homework of making a list of what it is that you need to forgive yourselves for? Beloveds, that list is very important. He and I had a conversation for understand that there is the most extraordinary lesson of forgiveness that comes through a very beautiful prayer known as the Ho'oponopono prayer. It is one that has come as a gift to humanity. It is one that is frequented in the Hawaiian Islands, as you well know, beloved. And the prayer very simply says, you would imagine yourself standing in front of yourself, gazing into a mirror, looking deeply within your eyes, which are the windows to the soul, and you would say, I'm sorry. When is the last time that you apologized to yourself for all of the choices that you have made that have allowed you to have the life that you have? Allow yourself right now to imagine, beloved, close your eyes. Imagine that you stand before yourself. There is a magnificent mirror that lets you reflect yourself. And you say, I'm sorry. And allow your soul to receive that apology. Then you will say to yourself, please forgive me. And allow your heart to feel this heart of forgiveness. The smile should come across your lips, beloved ones, as you would grant to yourself forgiveness. When you can feel that place of forgiveness, you would then say, thank you for the graciousness, with deepest gratitude of this release. And then when all the good and all the bad have been said, there is one thing that's left to say, and that is to say, I love you. Say, I love you to yourself, beloved. Let your heart open to the love that you have for yourself that is so easy for you to cast upon your children or upon a beloved, an object that seems to be outside of you. Yet what you are being asked to do is to allow that love to come from you to you. This is all the inside job. Can you forgive yourself for the notion of being unworthy of receiving God's love? All gifts come from God. Everything that you are, everything that you desire, everything that you think comes from God. Whether it is the divine masculine or the divine feminine, whether it shows up as Allah, whether it shows up as Sophia, whoever your gods and goddesses are, you yourselves are goddesses. So now that you have this list of what it is that you desire, you know how to continue to work on the sense of worth through forgiveness. Let us take a journey to the quantum realm. Let us go and find the place where everything that you desire already exists. We will go and we will retrieve what it is that is yours by your birthright. Are you game? Brilliant. When you are ready, we would ask that you would close your eyes. As you breathe in, beloveds, and as you exhale, allow your consciousness to drift towards your heart. Take another inhale in, and as you exhale, you will sink more deeply into the realms of imagination. Take another inhale, beloved, and allow yourself to begin to ascend from the body and allow yourself to float up and be able to see what is this beautiful town, Virginia Beach. You allow yourself to drift up and you can see the ocean before you, the hotel beneath you. Take another inhale, and as you exhale, you drift up further and you allow yourself to see what is the state of Virginia. Take another inhale and allow yourselves to ascend even higher and allow yourself to see the entire eastern seaboard. Take another inhale, beloved. Allow yourselves to drift up even higher and allow yourself to see the 48 connected states of the United States. Take another inhale. Drifting up higher, beloveds, and allow yourself to see the entire North American continent from Canada, all the way down as it begins to connect with that of South America. Allow yourselves to drift even higher, beloveds, and allow yourself to begin to see Gaia herself. Take another inhale, beloved, and allow yourself to be able to drift upwards so that you can begin to see this solar system of the Sun, Mercury, Venus, Mars, Mercury, Venus, Earth, Mars, Jupiter, Saturn, Uranus, Neptune, even poor Pluto. Take another inhale, beloveds, and allow yourself to drift up even further as you begin to see the expanse of the Milky Way. Take another inhale. Allow yourself to drift up even further, beloveds, and allow yourself to see Andromeda and the neighboring galaxies that make up this universe. Take another inhale. Beloveds, allow yourselves to drift up into the field of light that forms a quantum realm. Come out of the darkness and allow yourselves to drift up into the light. You now find yourself in a field of pure potentiality, of pure white light. Here is the realm where all that exists. Understand that the light is all. This is where you bring your desires. And know that they already exist, beloved ones. Call forth a desire, one that you had written upon your list. Bring it forth. Allow yourself to greet your desire made manifest. Ask your desire if it is willing to come back with you. Notice how much your desire does indeed wish to be made manifest. Allow the two of you to embrace whatever that desire is. Take your desire by the hand. Thank the Almighty, source of all that is, for the manifestation of this desire. Allow yourself to step out of this realm and begin to make your way back. Take a breath in. You are now the chariot and the courier of this desire. Make your way back into the realm of time and space. It is as if your desire is taking a piggyback ride with you. Come back down, you see, within this universe, the galaxies. Take a breath, you make your way to the Milky Way. Take a breath, make your way back to this solar system. Watch out for the asteroids. Take a breath, make your way back to Gaia. Your manifestation of your desire is intact and with you. You make your way back to North America. Take another inhale. Exhale, you make your way back to Virginia. Take another inhale, you make your way back to Virginia Beach. You spot the hotel. You take another inhale, make your way back to this vessel, this human design that you have created with your mind, and you bring with you the manifestation of your desire. You have peace in your heart, knowing that you have retrieved what it is that you desire, beloveds. You have the deepest gratitude for the manifestation of this desire, for it is here with you, retrieved by you. It is this simple, beloveds. It is the use of imagination that brings forth all. Take another inhale in. Upon your exhale, you know that everything upon your list, and may you write hundreds of these lists, beloved, is yours for retrieval. You need only be willing to allow yourself to have. For in the havingness, in the acceptance of manifestation of your dreams and of your desires, you cultivate a world in which you truly have all that you want. The only one, beloved, that stops you from having what it is that you desire is you. And there is no need to stop anything anymore, precious and beloved beings. You are so deeply loved. You are so deeply appreciated. You are goddesses created by God and the goddess themselves. And everything that you want, everything that you need is yours. Use this and use it well, beloved ones, for it is yours. You have used this for thousands upon thousands of years. You know how to do this. And you are indeed worthy of all. We thank you for your time. We thank you for your attention. We thank you for your indulgence, beloveds. You need only ask, and indeed it is given unto you. Blessings to you, precious and beloved goddesses. We will indeed speak with you again. Greetings and salutations.